Next topic, in transition and inner transition elements lesson. Next topic, magnetic properties. Most of the compounds of transition elements are paramagnetic. So most of the D block elements, that is transition elements, are paramagnetic. Magnetic properties are related to the electronic configurations of atoms, because if it contains unpaired electron means that is called as paramagnetic. If no unpaired electron means that is called as diamagnetic. So both paramagnetic and diamagnetic, both are depends upon the unpaired electron only, that is electronic configurations only. We have already learned in 11th standard, the electron is spinning around its own axis, like earth. Earth revolves around the sun and also revolve in its own axis, like that electron is spinning around its own axis. In addition to its orbital motion around the nucleus, so in addition to that orbital motion also there. So due to these motions, a tiny magnetic field is generated. So because of this rotation, that is electron revolve in its own axis and also it contains orbital motions also there. Due to these motions, tiny magnetic field is generated. And it is measured in terms of magnetic moment. That magnetic field can be measured in terms of magnetic moment. On the basis of magnetic properties, materials can be broadly classified into, one is paramagnetic, another one diamagnetic. Besides these, ferromagnetic and antiferromagnetics also there. So these are the types of magnetic moment. So magnetic moment classified into paramagnetic and diamagnetic, and also ferromagnetic and antiferromagnetic. Materials with no elementary magnetic dipoles are diamagnetic. In other words, species with all paired electrons exhibit diamagnetism. If electrons all are paired means that is called as diamagnetism. The kind of materials are repelled by the magnetic field because the presence of external magnetic field. A magnetic induction is introduced to the material which generate weak magnetic field that opposes a applied field. In first line they explain about diamagnetic character, diamagnetism, that is if all the electrons are paired means that is called as diamagnetism. This kind of materials are repelled by the magnetic field because in presence of magnetic field, magnetic induction is introduced to the material which generate the weak magnetic field that only opposes a applied field. Next paragraph, paramagnetic solids having unpaired electron. Already I told, diamagnetic means all the electrons are paired. If all the electrons are not paired means, that means if it contains unpaired electron means that is called as paramagnetic. If it contains unpaired electron means that is called as paramagnetic. That only given here. Paramagnetic solids having unpaired electron. Unpaired electron means single electron. Unpaired electron possess magnetic dipole which are isolated from one another. So in the absence of external magnetic field, the dipoles are arranged at random and hence the solid shows no net magnetism. But in presence of magnetic field, the dipoles are aligned parallel to the directions of the applied field and therefore there are attracted by external magnetic field. In absence of magnetic field, in absence of external magnetic field, the dipoles are arranged at random. These are random directions. So, in absence of magnetic field, dipoles are arranged at random, and hence the solid shows no net magnetism. But in presence of magnetic field, dipoles are aligned parallel to the direction of applied field. That is, all are parallel to the applied field. So, in absence of magnetic field, in absence of external magnetic field, no net magnetism, but in presence of magnetic field, all are parallel. So, they are attracted by external magnetic field. Ferromagnetic materials have domain structure, and each domain the magnetic dipoles are arranged, but the spin dipoles of adjacent domains are randomly oriented. Some transition metals or ions with unpaired electron shows ferromagnetism. Already I explained, mainly magnetic properties classified into two only, that is, one is paramagnetic, another one diamagnetic. Paramagnetic means presence of unpaired electron, diamagnetic means absence of unpaired electron, or all the electrons are paired. We can say all the electrons are paired. Other than these two types, ferromagnetism and antiferromagnetic materials also there. So, here there are explained about ferromagnetic. Ferromagnetic material have domain structure, and each domain, ferromagnetic material has domain structure. We can take this is the domain, and each domain the magnetic domains dipoles are arranged like this, but the spin dipoles of adjacent domains are randomly arranged. So, some transition metals with unpaired electron show, so some of the transition metals only shows this type of magnetic character, that is ferromagnetic character. 3D transition metal ion, 3D transition metal ion in paramagnetic solid often have a magnetic dipole moment corresponding to the electron spin contributions only. The orbital moment L said to be quenched. Orbital moment L is said to be quenched, that is, when lack of system allows to consider that orbital angular momentum L is equal to 0. L equal to 0 means in this case fully quenching takes place. So, the formula is nu is equal to G root of S into S plus 1 nu B. Here that nu B is called as Bohr magnetron. S, that S, that is spin quantum number of unpaired electron. So, S means total spin quantum number, nu B means Bohr magneton, and G means dimensionless magnetic moment. Dimensionless magnetic moment. This is G, dimensionless magnetic moment. So, G means dimensionless magnetic moment, S means total spin quantum number for unpaired electron, and nu B means Bohr magnetron. For an ion, if n unpaired electron is present means S is equal to n by 2 and G is equal to 2. G value is given and S value is also given for n unpaired electron. If n unpaired electron is present means S is equal to n by 2 and G is equal to 2. If you are substituting this value in our previous equation, you have to substitute these values in this equation means, see here, instead of G you have to substitute 2 because here G is 2. Square root of S is equal to n by 2. So instead of S, here we are substituting n by 2 into n by 2 plus 1. If you are simplifying means you will get finally nu is equal to root n into n plus 2 Bohr magneton. The magnetic moment calculated using the above equation is compared with experimental value in the following table. In most of the cases, the agreement is good only. See, for scandium 3 plus, titanium 4 plus and vanadium 3 plus, all these 3 ions are having D0 configuration, that is 0 electron present, 0 unpaired electron present. So you have to substitute n is equal to 0, that is 0 into 0 plus 2, that is 0 Bohr magnetron. So here this is contains no unpaired electron, so it is diamagnetic. Why scandium 3 plus, titanium 4 plus, vanadium 5 plus all are having D0 configuration? If you know the electronic configuration means we can easily understood. Scandium 3 plus, for scandium 3 plus the electronic configuration, for scandium the electronic configuration is D1, 3D1, 4s2. For our scandium 3 plus means we have to remove 3 electron, 2 electron is removed from 4s orbital and 1 electron is removed from 3d orbital. So totally for scandium 3 plus the electronic configuration is D0. Like that we can tell the electronic configurations for titanium 4 plus. For titanium 3d2 4s2, this is the electronic configuration for titanium. Titanium 4 plus means you have to remove 4 electron, so 2 electron is removed from 4s orbital and 2 electron is removed from 3d orbital. So finally the electronic configuration is D0. Like that we can tell vanadium 5 plus also. For vanadium the electronic configuration is 3d3 4s2. For vanadium 5 plus you have to remove 5 electrons, so 2 electrons removed from 4s and 3 electrons removed from 3d, so the electronic configuration is D0. So like that we can calculate the electronic configuration or magnetic moment for any ion. See one more example, titanium 3 plus, already I told for titanium the electronic configuration is 3d2 4s2. Here titanium 3 plus is given, so titanium 3 plus means you have to remove 3 electron, 2 electron removed from 4s orbital and 1 electron removed from 3d orbital. Finally you are having 3d1, so only the electronic configuration is d1. So in d orbital, so we can assume this is d orbital means 1 2 3 4 5, this is d orbital means here 3d1, that is d orbital contains 1 electron, d orbital contains 1 electron, so it contains unpaired electron, so this is paramagnetic. Paramagnetic means we can calculate the magnetic moment by using this formula. Totally how many unpaired electron is there? Only one unpaired electron, so instead of n we can say, we can substitute 1. Instead of n, we can substitute 1. So root 1 into 1 plus 2, that is root 3. Root 3 means 1.732 Bohr magnetron. 1.732 Bohr magnetron. Like that, for titanium 2 plus, vanadium 3 plus, D2 configuration. So total number of unpaired electron is 2. So we can substitute, instead of n, we can substitute 2. So root 2 into 2 plus 2, that is root 8. Root 9 means 3. Root 8 means, so less than 3, that is 2.83 Bohr magnetron. Next, for chromium 3 plus, Mn 4 plus, vanadium 2 plus, all these 3 ions are having D3 configuration. 3 unpaired electron is there. So root n into n plus 2, that is 3 into 3 plus 2, that is root 15. Root 16 means 4. Root 15 means less than 4, that is answer is 3.87 Bohr magnetron. Like that, for chromium 2 plus and Mn 3 plus, the electronic configuration is D4, 4 unpaired electron. So 4 unpaired electron means n equal to 4. So root n into n plus 2, that is 4 into 4 plus 2, that is root 24. Root 25 means 5. Root 24 means less than 5, that is 4.89 Bohr magnetron. And for Mn 2 plus and Fe 3 plus, the electronic configuration is D5. It contains 5 unpaired electron. So n equal to 5. So root 5 into 5 plus 2, that is root 35. Root 36 means 6. So root 35 means less than 6, that is 5.91 Bohr magnetron. Like that, for cobalt 3 plus and Fe 3 plus, the electronic configuration is D6. If d orbital contains 6 electron means it contains 4 unpaired electron. See here, if d orbital means 5 box. If the d orbital contains 6 electron means, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this is D6 configuration. So now it contains 4 unpaired electron, 1, 2, 3, 4, totally 4 unpaired electron for D6. That will be given here. For D6 it contains 4 unpaired electron. So n is equal to 4. So root n into n plus 2, that is 4 into 4 plus 2, that is root 24. Root 25 means 5. Root 24 means less than 5, that is 4.89 Bohr magnetron. Like that, we can calculate the remaining also. With this table, magnetic property over. In this topic, we learn 4 types of magnetic characters are there: paramagnetic, diamagnetic, ferromagnetic and antiferromagnetic. Mainly in this part, we are going to study about only paramagnetic and diamagnetic. What is paramagnetic? If it contains unpaired electron means that is called as paramagnetic. What is diamagnetic? If no unpaired electron is present means that is called as diamagnetic. For paramagnetic, we should calculate the magnetic moment by using the formula root n into n plus 2. How that root n into n plus 2 formula we got? That formula obtained from nu is equal to g into square root of s into s plus 1 nu b. So here 3 symbols are there. One is g, that is dimensionless magnetic moment, s means spin quantum number and nu b means Bohr magnetron. From that formula only we got root n into n plus 2. So in this table, by using the root n into n plus 2 formula, we are calculated different magnetic moment value for different ions. So magnetic properties over. Next, catalytic properties.